At the moment, many elite intellectuals, politicians, and activists, including Prince Charles, corporate leaders, have been gathered in Davos for the World Economic Forum's conference, the Great Reset. Well-intentioned, they want to reset capitalism so that we can do better, so that we can stop global warming. But then others, activists like myself, many others, feel very strongly that to reset capitalism is not the solution. We need systems change.
Absolutely.
So what would you say if you were there in Davos? What would you tell these leaders that they should? How should they spend their energy, their money, their policies on? How can we create?
I tell you what, I would never be invited back to Davos, but if I was allowed to speak to them, I would say to them this: I know what you're up to. You're up to pretending that there is such a thing as conscious capitalism. There is no such thing as conscious capitalism, because the very root of capitalism is greed and the love of power and the love of money. And you represent all of that. And all you are really doing is smearing makeup over a gaping, dreadful wound. So you have two options. You can go on pretending to offer solutions which are not going to work, because everything that you try from the consciousness that you are now in is destined by Kali, by the divine, to fail. And you will be caught in the agony and terror and horror and chaos of that failure, just as every other human being will be caught. So I wouldn't advise that, although I suspect that's what you're going to try, because you want to hold on to your power, to your money. You want to rule sweetly and pretend that your rule is actual benevolence. So I've seen through that. The other thing that I would tell them is you're doomed. This process is not going to relent until the structures that you have created are in molten chaos. Then a new structure, which will not include you as elites and rulers, will be born, could be born, if millions of people wake up to the authentic message that the Tantra is giving, that Sacred Activism is giving, the message that I have spoken. So you have a choice. Either you are going to go ahead with smearing makeup of a wound in which the wound will only fester underneath that makeup, or you're going to have to get with the evolutionary program that has been laid down by the great evolutionary mystics, Sri Aurobindo, Teilhard de Chardin, the great tantrics, the great Christ mystics, and you're going to have to realize that nothing less than comprehensive, urgent, systemic, structural change on every level will be of any possible use in this situation. And that will mean that you'll have to step back and give all your money away and stop pretending to be in charge of this situation, and stop pretending that the consciousness you are in gives you any right to build proper solutions, because you're blinded by separation and greed and pretension and hubris.